Ball over the top. Popadinova in space. Evie Popadinova cuts inside. Popadinova, can she get the shot away? Not able to do so. But now Tamika Yallop will get the shot away. Lincoln is there to cover. It was fantastic defensive work because Popadinova just wasn't able to find the time and space to get the shot away that she would have liked. And then it came back to Yallop via Eka, whose shot didn't have the power to really challenge Lincoln. And it's promising early signs for the Raw. The Raw, unique in the sense that they're the only team this season that haven't drawn a game. And in fact, every time they've conceded first, they haven't found a way to win. They'll be very keen to score early. Offside flag prevents promising build-up for Western United. Adriana Taranto a little bit upset with the decision. Adriana Taranto, it still hasn't been 12 months since she ruptured her ACL, and she's playing her 9th game back this season, so it's been an extraordinarily quick return, and she's made an incredible impact for Western. Here come the visiting side. Marley able to get a touch on it and direct it into the path of her keeper, Sakani. Battle in midfield was being won by Western United briefly. Just weren't able to find those passes. Mugazo pressing. Sakani had to be quick and was. Eka brought to ground, foul awarded. Adriana Taranto. Again, too much contact. The free kick will be taken quickly by Woods. Spotted the run of Popadinova. And it was headed away well by Sato. This pitch might just cause some challenges for both sides in the centre of the park today. A lot of water on the pitch. It is very warm though today, so you'd imagine that some of that will come up as the day goes on. Medwin, still Amy Medwin, she's done well to beat Pringle. And Sakani able to come and claim before Johnson, who was the player in the centre of the box. Yallop's ball over the top, finds the run of Kualamu. Grace Kualamu puts in a searching cross, not dealt with by Western. Popadinova all the way across to Yallop. Tamika Yallop fires high. A great ball in from the young Kualamu. And then the cross from Popadinova to Yallop. And shooting on her left, wasn't able to hit the target. A great opportunity for Brisbane there. Eka intercepting high, Yallop will go out wide. Kualamu driving into the penalty area. Great run and the strike saved at the near post. Well, Grace Kualamu, the 17-year-old, she's scored 5 goals already this season, and that was almost one of the more spectacular. Driving in at the near post. There is so much talent in those boots, Kualamu. So a corner now for the Raw. I'll take it short. Tamiki Yallop searching for a different angle. Brisbane United defenders were smartly out to it. Woods, ball back across. Lincoln spills it. But thankfully, from her perspective, straight at the feet of a Western United defender who was able to get it away. Papadinova trying to make something happen. Up against Sardo, still Papadinova. It's cleared away decisively in the end. Almost a disaster here for Lincoln. Not only did she spill it, it then came off her legs, so it was almost doubly bad, because in that situation it can go quite far, it can go anywhere. And it did land at the feet of a defender. Another corner for the Raw. Woods is providing a short option again. Conventional delivery, this time back post. All the way through. Kualamu not able to chase it down. Brisbane, the team who have applied the most pressure so far in the game. Both teams still searching for the breakthrough. Jocic up to Sardo. Intercepted by Varley. Papadinova. Pringle. Miscommunication there between Pringle and Papadinova. Papadinova making her thoughts known about that pass. She's not shy of making her thoughts known on the football pitch, Papadinova. Garzo out to Medwin. Medwin being tracked by Pringle. He does exceptionally well, the American. He goes out for a goal kick. Amy Medwin, she's scored twice this season against Perth and also the Wellington Phoenix. Brisbane currently just edging possession, 52%. You would expect that from this game. You'd expect the Raw to have more possession. They are number 2 in terms of total passes completed, just behind Melbourne City. They do like to play with the ball. Papadinova out to Eka. Mariel Eka with this strike. Just bending wide. Lincoln was scrambling. It was a good ball from Papadinova. But perhaps the angle a little bit too tight for Eka. He had the choice whether to cross or to shoot then. Decided to go for goal himself. He was always bending away from the frame. Isabella Hoyos doing very well. the 16-year-old, been thrown in the deep end in the last few games. A starting role in the heart of defence, and she's done really, really well. She's been rewarded with a Young Matildas call-up for the upcoming window. Kruger losing out. So Western United advancing forward. Medwin. Amy Medwin looking to square it. It's cleared away by Brisbane's defence. Eggers Vic. Ball back in the mixer. Put it away by Varley. Now Eggers Vic again. They're looking for a way through here, Western. Overlapping run of Grove. Goes to key possession, and now that's clever work from Yallop to come and receive. She releases Popadinova. Popadinova tries to play in Ecker. Mariel Ecker was never going to be quick enough for that. And Popadinova was annoyed at Emily Pringle earlier for a pass that she felt like wasn't the best option. And that one was probably too far away from Ecker. Again, very promising though for Brisbane, for the home side. They'll be desperate to break the shackles. 4 losses in their last 5. After what was a phenomenal run at the start of the season. They can pick up 3 points here just before the international break. It will do them the world of good. Vic. Ball played forward. Amy Medwin. Amy Medwin with this strike. Sani saves. Great work from Medwin to challenge Sani. It dipped right at the final moment. This is a great strike. He was aiming for where the spiders live. Well, Sani, she likes to protect spiders. She doesn't want to see them come to any harm. Managed to get the save away. Grace Ma lining up to take this corner. Wonder if she'll try an Olympico. It's become known for them this season. Here's the delivery towards the back post. It was met by a Western United head. Adriana Taranto was the player there. It didn't get enough contact to challenge Brisbane's goal. At the back post, she beat Varley. There's quite a significant size difference there as well, but it was good positioning. And wasn't able to affect the header in the way she would have liked. Here's Ecker with the long ball, looking for Kualamu. The bounce wasn't kind. It always seems an obvious thing to say, but the first goal could be crucially important in this match. Legazo driving into space. Chloe Legazo with the thunder bastard. My goodness. Sani, a fantastic save. That would have been not only a goal of the week contender, maybe even a goal of the season contender, but Sani has already pulled out 2 fantastic saves to keep the score level. That is what Chloe Legarzo is capable of. At any moment, she can pull something out like that. Sani alert to the danger. Mars corner, back post again. Headed away again. And this time out for another corner, so Western United will have another chance. Ball delivered, near post this time, and then cleared away. There's Vic. Looking for the cross. As much as Brisbane had the early pressure, it has been Sani who's been the goalkeeper who's been challenged the most. Zenova fouled. So Brisbane will get the free kick. The way play was stopping, because as soon as she was brought to ground, she grabbed the ball and it did go her way. Howard was trying to help it on to Eckert, but Western United's defence did its job. The Royal Corps out in force this afternoon, making lots of noise, cheering their team on. We'll have our first cooling break now of this afternoon. Again, is a warm one here in Brisbane today, 32 degrees. So 1 drinks break per half. Allow the players to rehydrate, get some cool towels, and also receive some instructions from their coaches. It's difficult to say who would be the most pleased out of both sides at the moment. Of course, scores still locked at 0-0. Let's take a look at some of the pivotal moments from the first quarter of the game. The Raw started very strong. This shot from Tamika Yallop came very close for Brisbane. Marioleka had a shot from a tight angle as well. And then Western United have begun to grow into the game. Amy Medwin with a good shot that just ducked under the post. It was a good save from Sani. And then this from Chloe Legarzo. It was hit very hard. But again, Sani able to make the save. Brisbane Roar players have been sent back onto the pitch. Kat Smith just having some final words to her Western United side. Grace Kualamu, we saw her with one wonderful run into the penalty area, but because she's been playing out wide as Popadinova is starting, it means that perhaps we haven't seen as much of her as we have in previous weeks. Amy Medwin looking lively, the 25-year-old. She'll be hoping to add to her tally today if she can. So back underway after that cooling break. Still 0-0 at Perry Park. And opportunities beginning to pile up for both sides. Sent wide in the direction of Medwin. Medwin will keep it in here. Johnson trying to chase it down. Varley will be able to poke it out instead. Rumours floating around at the moment that Carly Johnson could be on her way to overseas club soon. Award for her fantastic form. It has been a phenomenal season so far. A real breakout for her. But it's Brisbane who are on the attack. Kulamu all taken away by Grace Marr. Lincoln's ball, not a convincing one. Sasha Grove will have to fend off Popadinova. Looks like she's moved to the right. Now to Miki Yallop in the middle. Yallop all the way back to Woods. Still Tish Woods battling away. Kulamu trying to turn away, finds an avenue to shoot. She's got two players on her. Still Grace Kulamu. She has turned and couldn't get the shot off, and commits a foul in her enthusiasm to try and play it towards goal. She's shown a yellow card, and Sato looks like she might be hurt here. Kulamu was lunging for the ball. She got the ball first, but then it's rolled over the ball and struck Sato. Was she in control of the challenge at all? Was there enough force? In the opinion of the referee, there was enough to give a yellow card. There aren't too many arguments from the Western United players to suggest that they think it could have been red. Sato's okay to continue. One more look at that. It's 1 foot in those sorts of situations. Yes, she did get the ball first, which is a consideration, but it doesn't rule out a potential red card if there's other factors, if she was out of control or if there was a large amount of force. It certainly was a foul, it certainly was a yellow card. In the opinion of the referee, that's all there was to it. Heavy collision in the centre of the park there between Kruger and Johnson, former Young Matildas teammates. They went to the World Cup in Colombia together. Kruger taking out Johnson there. Here's Sato, making her way up the pitch. Medwin. On the way back to Vic, but that pass had too much on it. Got away from Medwin. Claudia Miocic, much higher up the pitch than she's used to, the centre-back. A little bit over-enthusiastic with the challenge. Miocic, this is her 7th appearance of the season. She played 3 seasons at the Glory, but she is a Melbourne youngster. Played for Belen in the MPLW Victoria, getting a chance with Western United today. Johnson was cutting inside, has come out to Medwin. And Varley got in the way, cleared it away. Will come back for a Brisbane Raw free kick. Here's Varley winning the challenge the first time on Johnson cleanly. And then prevented Medwin from getting a side-on goal as well. Medwin got a touch on that, which has just allowed the ball to come back into the path of Western United. Diakis, now Grove. Mark with the ball up for Johnson. Carly Johnson trying to find a shot. Johnson is blocked away. Eggersvik back to Johnson. Trying the fancy footwork. It's cannoning around everywhere. It'll come out to Western United here. Taranto's ball. And eventually the offside flag is raised against Taranto. Carly Johnson there just did not want to let the ball go. And when she did let it go, it was ricocheting and wasn't able to be cleared by Brisbane. Throwing up the line. Intercepted by Western, and Grace Marr getting in Marioleka's face there. Evi Papadinova had something to say. We'll have to see a replay to see what happened between Eka and Marr. I don't often see that from Grace Marr. She went to ground and really took umbrage with the way that she was brought down. Marioleka, the Brazilian, well, she's not going to back down either. Eventually, all is calm. Marr takes the free kick. Headed on. Johnson couldn't get there. Varley is really showing her strength today. She hasn't missed a beat. She was, of course, a late inclusion. She wasn't expecting to start today. Chelsea Blissett forced to withdraw late after originally being named on the team sheet. And Varley has not missed a beat at all. She's been confident, she's been composed. And a welcome addition back for the Raw. Ball across to Medwin. Ligazzo in space. Ligazzo against Varley now. Swings in across. Headed away. Western United still in possession. Eggersvik. On the way back to Marr. Ranto now. Pressing plan almost working for Brisbane, but the Yankees comes away with it. Now Johnson couldn't get the required touch that she needed. A slick build-up from Western United there. Was trying to find a way through the blocks of Brisbane Roar defence. That final pass just getting away from Johnson. Sani's goal kick intercepted. Ball played forward, Medwin. Legazzo, Chloe Legazzo, the ball in, back post to Ranzo. Couldn't get there on time. It was a lovely ball from Legazzo, inventive just to chip it into the box over the head of Varley. Johnson was incoming, couldn't quite reach it. Now up the line for Brisbane, Kulamu. And the whistle went. Brisbane appealing for a high foot, but the ball had gone out well before it reached that point, which is why Amy Medwin has the ball in her hands. Yallop keeps it in that time. Miocic back to Lincoln. Western United building up an attack once more. Grove into the Garzo. Chloe Legazzo out to Medwin. Amy Medwin. Shot blocked. Emily Pringle, the Raw player, able to get in the road. Hoyos to Woods. Deborah Ann Della Harp up the line. Popdinova. Marileka. Now the overlapping run. And Popdinova forces Miocic to take it out of play. So after the cooling break, it's Popdinova who has moved to the right-hand side with Kulamu moving more central. Carly Johnson has Medwin in the middle. Still Carly Johnson. A deflection and Pringle has to clear it away because Medwin was incoming. Eka being urged to turn and go. That pass not going the direction that it wanted, but then thankfully from a Brisbane point of view, the pass from Johnson couldn't reach the Garzo either, so we've won back possession. Just get the sense there'll be a couple of more opportunities in this first half. Just depends where they fall, what team, what player. Maybe one here for Western United. Della Harp. Hoyos. It's good work from Eka to get it down the line and eventually Raw in a free kick. Eka's made herself busy, only her second start of the season. Has a background in futsal, the 32-year-old. Came to Australia, played in the NPL Queensland for Lions FC, where she made her name, and that's how she was signed for the Raw all the way back in 2020. Apart from an ACL injury in the middle of that period, she's been a fairly consistent presence for Brisbane ever since. A fan favourite. She does give it her all out on that pitch. We've seen some of that competitiveness today. That ball will stay in, so Kulamu will make a half-hearted effort to try and chase it down. Kulamu. Yallop. Tamiki Yallop. Ball across. Missed at the back post by Popadinova, who can't believe it. She just needed to get a touch on that, and she would have made it very difficult for Chloe Lincoln. And she wasn't able to do so, and Western United win the throw. Great ball by Yallop. And Popadinova almost fell over just before she got to the ball. It looked like her feet went from under her just before she got to the ball. It didn't look like there was contact. Well, meanwhile, Leah Varley, who has just returned from injury, is really, really struggling here. She has done so for a lot of games this season. She has an ankle problem that she's been carrying with her for years. She had surgery on it a couple of years ago, back in 2023. After she tried her luck playing in Germany, that didn't work out because of that recurring ankle problem. She's come to Brisbane this season after being at Melbourne City last season, and this is the first time that she's played consistently at this level. It just seems like a lot of games this season has been causing her some issues. One of those frustrating things as a player, where you feel like you're 90% right and then the pain starts, and anyone who's injured an ankle can understand that frustration. She is jogging off though, so no doubt she'll try and get to the end of this half and then perhaps reassess. So play continuing. Now Brisbane with the ball, working it out from the back. Sato was felled earlier by Grace Kualamu, but has shown no signs of being hampered by that at all. So that's good news. That attack halted and foul by Marieleka, who wasn't too happy about it. Hasn't been happy about much in this half, to be fair. Kat Smith watching on pensively. Woods loses out. Diakia's ball forward. Lagazzo can't get there ahead of Sakani, who was out smartly. That's a lovely ball through. A hint of offside from Lagazzo perhaps, but we'll never know because Sani was there anyway. Medwin shake to take it quickly. She'll leave the throw for Sato. Perhaps they'll set up set piece style. The Raw players, the Raw fans, not too happy, but it was a clear foul there, so Western United again will have an opportunity just to build. Can they find something before the break? We're being told there'll be 3 minutes of additional time, which the fourth official will confirm shortly. 3 minutes, certainly enough time for either side to have one last look at goal before the break. There we have a confirmation, 3 minutes of additional time. Goes to account for the cooling break and a couple of injury stoppages as well. Taranto beats one, still going Taranto. She'll go to the byline, look for the cutback. No one there at the back post. Medwin had timed her run to come inside, perhaps waiting for the cutback along the ground. That cross from Taranto would have been perfect had Medwin been angling her run in that direction. Unfortunately for Western United, she wasn't doing so. Eggersvik. Medwin towards the back post, a header. Arriving was Sasha Grove, but wasn't able to control the ball. She scored 1 goal in her Ninja A-League career. That was back when she was playing for Canberra. It was a clever run here, and Delahab was with her all the way. Good turn from Eggersvik. Legazo to Johnson. Carly Johnson, will she shoot? She opted to try and play in Legazo. Yallop now has an issue. The referee has blown play dead. An interesting call here because it looked like it was Yallop that made the contact on Johnson, but the foul going the way of the Raw. Yallop did come out of that challenge a little bit worse for wear. And you be the judge at home. He's continuing with Raw in possession. 30 more seconds to make something happen in this first half and break the deadlock. Kualamu, Grace Kualamu could be the key to unlock this game. And Sato and Medwin combine to clear it away. Garzo running through. And 3 minutes of time has elapsed. And so that will be half-time at Perry Park. Still scoreless, despite the best efforts of both sides. Carly Johnson, the current Golden Boot leader, not able to add to her tally. Brisbane, they've been busy as well. They were the better side in the opening exchanges, but Western United built into the game. Olivia Sani made 2 fantastic saves off Medwin and Legazo. So at half-time in Brisbane, it is the Brisbane Raw 0, Western United 0. let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. It was the home side that started the brighter of the two teams. That shot from Mario Lecchia just going wide, a little bit too tight of an angle there for the Brazilian to convert. Western United, though, built into the game. This was a great strike from Medwin, just dipped, but Sani was well positioned and able to cover her near post and palm it away. Well, this from Sani was an even more impressive save because Lagazzo feathered that ball. A very difficult one to save. Sani did so well and palmed it away. Lagazzo again creating something for Western United there, but Johnson wasn't able to get ahead on it. And Taranto arriving just a little bit too late at the far post. And this Brisbane's best opportunity of the half. It was great work from Kualamu to play it into Tamiki Yallop. A pinpoint cross, Papadinova not able to get the contact that she needed to challenge Chloe Lincoln. Well, here's how the half played out in terms of stats. Western United actually dominating possession, which isn't something we perhaps expected going into this game, but a game of relatively few chances so far. Those 2 shots on target for Western United did require some fantastic saves from Sani. Still plenty more to come, you imagine, in the next 45. But halftime, still scoreless. It is the Brisbane Roar 0, Western United 0. Well, still scoreless here in Brisbane, but tonight the Wellington Phoenix faces a tricky test in the distance derby against the Perth Glory. The Knicks have picked up just 1 point from their last 3 games and need a win to mount a late charge towards the top 6. Here's Narlene Masto and Grace Gill with their preview of the match at the Sam Kerr Football Centre.
And the final game to wrap up round 16 of the Ninja A-League takes us to Perth, as Glory will be hosting Wellington Phoenix. Grace, Perth have kind of made it a habit to concede first, not ideal for them. How do they kind of put a stop to that?
Well, back at home, it's a distance derby, Wellington going over, but really it's an inexperienced side. You take out the likes of Casey Dumont and Nat Tatham, and the squad hasn't played that many A-League games. So I think we look at the complexion of a young, inexperienced team. They're going to have to find a way to clamp that down, whether it's defensively, setting up with a bit more of a defensive formation, blocking in those lines, not allowing Wellington to stream through the middle of the park. But back at home, they'll be wanting to get a good result.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge boost for them. And we did see Caitlin Douglas make her return a couple of weeks ago. She provided a bit of a boost, but where else can the goals come from in this Perth Glory side?
Well, unfortunately for Perth, Caitlin Douglas only has 1 or 2 games left with the side. Gabby Holler out, as is Georgia Cassidy. So their attacking ranks are really low on stocks. I think we need to see a little bit more from Welsh international Megan Wynne. She's a really hard-working player, does a lot down the right-hand side in the way of attacking, but not much end product just yet. And even not just goal scoring, but I'm talking assists. I'm talking getting involved in actually the finished product for Perth Glory.
Wellington will also look to get back to winning ways, and we kind of heard Paul Temple last week discuss how it was a little bit frustrating to see his side dominate possession, passing and opportunities, but not have that translated on the score sheet. And so how can they try and sustain that dominance?
Yeah, well, I think for Wellington, when they are at their very best, when they're playing their very best football, they're one of the best footballing sides in the competition, but it's just that final bit of quality. And I think similar to Perth, they're actually a fairly inexperienced team, so not many of the players have played A-League for long, or this might be their first year in A-League. So I think there's a big step up there, and there's a little bit of maybe pressure in the final third, capitalising, but they need to take a breath, take a moment, that final third, find the quality pass, find the quality shot on goal. I think if Wellington can tie that all together, they'll be fine going into this one.
Well, let's see how they fare against Perth Glory. 3 points is up for grabs. Be sure to watch this one live on Paramount Plus or 10 Play.
Time now to check in with Perth Glory head coach Stephen Peters and forward Kelly Brown ahead of their match against Wellington, who have struggled to pick up points away from home this season.
Look, I think we've just got to get our basic fundamentals right. They went missing against Adelaide, so we stripped everything back again this week. I was very, very pleased with Monday and Tuesday sessions. Today was a bit more tactical, but the message has just been to do the basics right. Concentrate for long periods, because, you know, we seem to lack concentration in key moments. They're the key messages. We've had a different combination pretty much in every single game we've played, and I just don't think it's served us very well. So we're looking to try and find a partnership that works across the park and build on those. Wellington are a pretty determined team, and I think that they won't be leaving any excuses in the tank, that's for sure. So we'll be expecting a fired up Wellington side.
It's obviously a big one, like old club, all my friends from home, so definitely want to go out there and obviously like beat them, but prove that I too am a good enough player to be playing at this level and on the field. So I think it's a very I don't know, I'd say like important game, but also like special game. I think in New Zealand especially as well, I think we play a bit more of a physical game, so that's definitely to be expected. And yeah, that's, I mean, all part of it.
Well, stay with us here at Perry Park. It's still scoreless at the break, but plenty more action to come in the second 45. So getting ready here at Perry Park for the second half between the Brisbane Roar and Western United. That cue for the ice cream truck is going out the door. People absolutely loving it. It's a warm afternoon in Brisbane and fans have turned out in droves to support their team all season. Today, no difference. Western United in their huddle. Chloe Lagazzo laying down the law. They'll be desperate for 3 points to avenge the 8-2 defeat that they suffered at the hands of the Roar back earlier this season in December. Lagazzo, one of the players that came the closest to scoring in the first half with a fantastic long-range effort. Sani forced into a great save. She was forced into another, a shot from Amy Medwin as well. And that is determination on that face. Carly Johnson behind her joint Golden Boot leader. And now the Roar, the home side in their huddle. They had opportunities of their own. They'll know that you need to find a way to be more creative to break through this Western United side. When will Alex Smith turn to his bench? Speaking to substitute Danelle Tan there. Plenty on his mind. No substitutes at halftime for either side. So it will remain as is for the first part of this second half. Brisbane Roar want to get a win to get some momentum back in this top 6 race. Western United, not only do they want the points to keep themselves in the 6, they want a piece of revenge for what happened to them earlier in the season. Referee Georgia Ghirardello preparing to get us underway. Carly Johnson standing over the ball. We are back underway at Perry Park, the second half of a game that is still scoreless, but promises plenty in this second stanza. 10 goals scored the last time these sides met. What will happen in the second half here? Well, firstly, what's happened is Emily Pringle was brought to ground. So the Roar have a foul early. There was at times a physical contest in the first half. Neither side backing down. Nia Varley standing over the free kick now. Obadinova dropping deep. Link up play with Varley. Try and get around Sardo, does so successfully. Eka, back to Popadinova. He plays it up the line, but the offside flag raised prevents that opportunity from going any further. Chloe Lincoln playing her 50th Ninja A-League game today before heading off with the Matildas to the United States for the She Believes Cup. The ball is good, it finds Johnson. Carly Johnson with the left-footed effort. Sakani was diving. A little nod of acknowledgement from Johnson. There was a deflection on the way through, so it's out for a corner. Just wide. In the game earlier today, Emily Gielnik equaled Johnson on 8 goals, top of the Golden Boot race. Wouldn't Johnson love to go clear once more today? Taranto's corner taken short. From a different angle, Taranto towards the back post. There was too much on it. The intended target was Medwin, but it didn't reach her where she wanted to be reached. She did end up reeling it in before it went out of play. So it is still Western United on the ball. Delivered central again. Legazzo trying to play it back to Eggersvik. Brisbane get it away once more. Diakis. Legazzo couldn't get there again. And Western United, they had the majority of possession in the first half. And looking to maintain that in the second. Diakis' ball. Medwin beating Pringle, but Pringle eventually comes back and recovers. Well, Emily Pringle started the season behind Deborah Ann Delaharp in the pecking order at fullback, but due to some injuries in defence and some reshuffling, it's meant that in recent weeks Pringle has been starting. It's not to say she hasn't been performing well, the American. 23 years of age, has scored 2 goals this season, has looked impressive. A UCLA graduate. And she's certainly being tested today. Grove not able to keep that one in. Under the pressure of Kualamu, who was moved back to the right. So Ecker, the players central. Ecker and Yallop. Yallop on paper more of a 10, but it kind of goes into a front 4 when Brisbane are on the attack, and then Papadinova on the left at the moment. Kualamu searching for that ball in behind, searching for Ecker. Couldn't find her that time. Lincoln making Ecker run at her before she gathers the ball. Kualamu, the 17-year-old, returning this season from an ACL injury she picked up in training after playing 2 games last season. So despite that, she's been in wonderful form. Here's Johnson. Carly Johnson, the cutback, the shot, palmed away once more by Sani. Amy Medwin arriving at the edge of the area at just the right time. Carly Johnson's ball missed Taranto, but then Medwin had all the time in the world to fire up. And Sani, the 26-year-old American, has been so impressive in goals today. Opportunity not over. You know how dangerous Grace Meyer is from corners. Mars delivery. Western United head on it. And it's gone in the wrong direction. Papadinova. Pass to Kualamu, had too much on it. Kualamu not able to control. So Western United in possession once more. Johnson. Carly Johnson. Still turning. She'll look to cut it back from this angle. Johnson, edge of the area. Sani able to claim. It was Isabel Diakis that time arriving. The 24-year-old Colombian-American. Miocic, long ball, not finding the target. Under a bit of pressure here, the Raw. Papadinova releasing Ecker, but too close to Lincoln. A lovely touch around the corner. Legazzo's free here. Chloe Legazzo looking to get the shot away. Legazzo hits it wide. There was just an errant touch after she beat Varley. There was too much of a heavy touch, which allowed Delaharp to get involved. and allowed the players to push her wide. Ligazo again making her presence known. Hoyos, in fact, the player clearing away that time. Goal kick taken short. Hoyos does well, under pressure, composed. Brisbane United continuing to drive forward. Nice little chip from Hoyos. Brisbane almost losing out. Kruger's ball does give possession back to Western United in the end. Dinova pulling out the tricks, brought to ground. Alex Smith frustrated there's no card. Nice work from Papadinova to get the ball behind her, and Pete Sada-Wall ends up there and draw the foul. Charlie's free kick tries to go down the line. Not the right direction on it. Going out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick does allow Brisbane to keep up the pressure, though. Maroleka just directing traffic. Kat Smith directing her troops deep in thought. We haven't seen a change yet from either team. Imagine they'll be coming soon. Long throw over the top. Can it be controlled by Papadinova? Not able to keep it in. It's fair to say it hasn't been her day yet, Papadinova. Still time. Taranto going central to Deakis. Ligazo. Chloe Ligazo finding Eggersvik. Sarah Eggersvik pokes it through. Johnson! Offside. Clever work again from Western United. A combination between Ligazo, Johnson, Eggersvik. But it was smart work, in fact, from Deborah Ann Della Harp, who kept a high line and ensured that Johnson was offside. After Hoyos was there, had stepped up to try and take the ball away. It was great awareness from the 24-year-old, because had she been dropped back trying to cover, Johnson would have been onside, and it would have been a fantastic opportunity. Gallup. An errant ball, which allows Taranto to nip in. Adriana Taranto on a run here. She's got Eggersvik on her inside. Still Taranto. Oh, she went for it. Adriana Taranto saw an opportunity and wasn't able to hit the target. Great awareness from Taranto to get in ahead of that misplaced pass from Tamika Yallop. Western United dominating statistically at the moment. They'll be desperate to find the back of the net if they can. Ball inside, Medwin. Johnson trying to find a way through or find a corner, second best case. Ball's gone out for a Western throw. Yallop, Pringle. Western United again, back in possession. With the exception of a couple of moments since the first 15-20 minutes or so, has been almost all Western United. Here's Taranto. Adriana Taranto, the cutback at the back post. Medwin couldn't get there. Emily Pringle used her body well. They're coming in waves at the moment though, Western. Here they come again. Johnson tried to let it run across her body. And it's cleared away. Diakis, Eggersvik, Zara Kruger eventually able to clear to Kualamu. Kualamu's ball up the line can only find Grace Maher. So again, Western United in possession, and we repeat what we have seen for most of this game. Taranto. Adriana Taranto into the box again. Still Taranto searching for a shot. Sakani there once more to make the save. Fantastic run from Taranto. She's causing Brisbane all sorts of problems today. For a moment, it looked like it might slip underneath Sakani, but the shot stopper did just enough to get her body behind it. Well, they've got 30 minutes here, Western United. Could it be the Raw who use this home crowd to their advantage and find a way? Papadinova, ball across Eka. Appealing for a corner. There's Mariel Eka and given. So a set piece opportunity now for the Raw. And Brisbane Roar have the highest percentage in the league of their goals scored from set pieces. 41% of their goals are scored from set pieces. Could this corner cause the breakthrough that they desire? And not before Georgia Ghirardello comes in and has a chat to everyone in the penalty area. Make sure that there's no fouls being committed. Yallop's got an option short. Conventional delivery towards the back post, headed away by Miocic. There'll be a corner now on the other side, so take two for Brisbane. It'll be Yallop again and Woods again who'll come with her. Lagazo, Lincoln rather, setting her defence. The other Chloe. I'm sure Lagazo has plenty to say as well. Played short to Woods. Woods to Yallop. Carly Johnson was alert to the danger, but Yallop will be able to deliver. Get it away. Kruger. Kruger trying to get it in. Now Varley turning, shooting was Hoyos. Mark can clear it only as far as Varley, but Varley's ball straight out Lagazo. finally a period of possession. What can they do with it? Woods. Touch got away from her. Now it's Taranto again with space to run. Johnson looking for Sasha Grove. But Kulamu has done exceptionally well to track her player, run all the way back with Grove. That is something that coaches love to see when they're attacking players. Move back with the fullbacks and ensure that things like that can't happen. It's something that's coached time and time again. Kulamu's done really, really well for a young player there. Woods. Tish Woods now. And the ball can only find Miocic. The coverage. You could hear a strained cry of Tish after that ball. Hard to tell, but it could have been Alex Smith just expressing his frustration because the pass didn't find feet. Here's Johnson. Carly Johnson, shot blocked. And now Kruger, an opportunity for the Raw on the counter. Kulamu. Yallop. Tamika Yallop in space. They're backing off here. Yallop should go towards the back post. Papadinova not fast enough to get there. Well, it's always dangerous for defenders when they back off like that because a player of Yallop's quality is capable of scoring from there. Instead, she opted for the cross and didn't find Papadinova. Leah Varley once again requiring physio attention. She's required it twice in this game so far. Again, returning from injury. She wasn't meant to start this game. She did so after Chelsea Blissett had to withdraw during the warm-up. Blissett was on the original team sheet. Varley alongside young Hoyos has played very well today. But given that she did miss last week with an injury, it may be the case that she's not able to continue. The obvious replacement on the bench is Holly McQueen, who could slot into that defensive line. Otherwise, Tamar Levin has also played defence in her career, but not at centre-back, more of a full-back option. It is Holly McQueen who's being ready to come on the park now. The 22-year-old will come on for Leah Varley, whose day is done. A good 65 minutes there from Varley. But McQueen been at the Raw since 2022. Of course, this season she missed a game due to picking up a red card against the Glory. A denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity there, but she's back now. She's got plenty of pace. Never backs down from a challenge, Holly McQueen. And the Raw need her to be at her best today to continue to hold out Western United. Here's Kruger. Zara Kruger bursting into space. Kruger, her shot was high. Zara Kruger wanted to make it 2-2. And her shot always rising. Space just beginning to open up for the Raw in those midfield areas. Western United are happy to give them that space, and it does seem like, without knowing obviously for sure, like that is a coaching instruction because it's something that's been repeated to not allow the Raw to get in behind. Western United defenders will drop and give them that space in front of the defensive line, but what it does do is give opportunities to shoot from distance. We'll have our second cooling break of the game. Warm one here in Brisbane today. Temperature sitting around 31 degrees right now. So players given an opportunity to have a drink and chat with the coaches. Here are the highlights of the game so far, of the second half rather. Carly Johnson getting involved, that shot deflected away and skewing wide. Has been almost all Western United except for the last 5 minutes or so. Johnson again getting involved here. The cutback to the onrushing Medwin, whose shot was saved by Sakani. That's the third fantastic save that Sakani's made so far in this game. Chloe Legarzo here just couldn't get the shot away on time. She was forced wide. In fact, it was Hoyos who forced her wide in the end. Great work again from the 16-year-old who's been so impressive. And Johnson there was offside. It was great work from Deborah Ann Della Harp, who made sure that she was high enough to force Johnson offside on that occasion. And Taranto, well, she has been causing all sorts of issues for the Raw, forcing another save out of Sakani here with this run and shot. Zara Kruger with the last opportunity just before that cooling break. Her shot fired high. So we're back to live pictures, and it's Western United once more on the charge. Ball delivered in. Legarzo. Now Sasha Grove, who herself came close to arriving for a shot. Eggersvik, her shot blocked away. Except for those last few moments, it really has been all Western United. Not at all overawed by this away trip. Ball back in the middle. Legarzo with the volley. Sakani asking the question, why was she unmarked of all the players to leave in the centre of the penalty area? She's the last one that you want. It was a great ball in. Legarzo not able to control the ball. The shots tally perhaps a little bit fluttering to the Raw. It has been Western United who have had the much better of the opportunities. Grove trying to find Johnson. It's intercepted. Grove. Niakis finding feet. Eggersvik making the run. Johnson shoots. And Sakani thought that she needed to touch it. It did look like it was going wide, but Sakani wanted to make sure of it. So Johnson winning her side another corner. "20 minutes of regulation time for Western United to find this breakthrough. Brisbane Roar have not drawn a game this season. In the head-to-heads between these two sides, there have been no draws. Grace Maher delivers into the mixer, ricocheting everywhere. Yallop clears it away. Miocic can find Eggersvik. So another substitution here for the Raw. It's Danelle Tan coming on for Marioleka. Tan making her second appearance of the season. She debuted against Canberra earlier in the season. She's a Singapore international where she scored 7 goals for the national team. Most recently played at Borussia Dortmund in the 4th tier of Germany. Only 20 years of age. I'm hoping to add an attacking element to the Raw, but they have to defend here. Legarzo will reel that in towards the back post. The ball went out, in fact, so again, the Raw survived another attacking foray. Just seems like It is wave after wave, 58% possession for Western United in this game. Papadinova can't find a ball through to Yallop, the intended target. Meltan hoping to get her first touch. She'll have to wait a little while for it because it's Western United in possession again. Sardo, Medwin. Amy Medwin's delivery. Sani comes out and claims. On ball from Sani. And perhaps being tasked with high press. Fresh legs off the bench. Medwin searching for Johnson again. Sani claims. Seems like every time Brisbane get the ball, they're just giving it away, and Western United are creating more and more opportunities. Can they change that pattern here? Well, it comes to Miocic, so we'll have to wait and see whether this ends in another shot for Western or another opportunity for them. Sasha Grove. Cleared away by Brisbane. Taranto. Hegersvik. Deakis. Sardo. Looking for Legazo, couldn't find it. 10. No pass, not able to find Yallop, and Yallop voicing her frustration. As a result, she felt like she would have been away had that ball found her. Papadinova. Now her ball up the line does find Yallop. Tamiki Yallop looking for the crossfield switch. Kulamu. Lincoln claims. It does seem to be the best opportunity for the Raw on the counter at the moment, which is maybe a little bit counterintuitive to the way that they've liked to play. Alex Smith likes to use his midfield, likes to play proper football. But perhaps these balls over the top at the moment are the best route forward, with Western United having so much possession and Brisbane having to do so much defending. If they can sit a little bit deeper, try and hit those targets up front, it might be their path to success. Woods. Papadinova. Pringle advancing the ball forward for the Raw. Runs in to a green shirt. Plays continuing though. Ball played forward over the head of Yallop. Maybe the intensity just dropping. As we approach the final stages of this game. Western United, though, they'll keep on pushing. They'll feel very hard done by if they can't find a way through. Hoyos able to play it back and then cleared up the line. Tan trying to use her strength and poke it through to Kualamu, but it's only gone as far as Deakis. We're seeing another substitution here. It's Amy Medwin who's making way. Chiara Di Demizio entering the fray. The 23-year-old has scored twice this season. She scored a match winner against Sydney FC and has also scored against the Wanderers. She's been somewhat of a super sub for Western United, can create opportunities as much as she can score them. Maybe she will be the key for the visiting side today. She's got 12 minutes of regulation time to make her mark. Lamu wins a foul. Up against Grace Marr there. But here cheers for Grace. Not sure which Grace the anonymous spectator was referring to, but it was Grace Kualamu who came up the better, winning the foul. Pringle can turn and run. Emily Pringle has targets in the middle, but a heavy touch allows Miocic to get the ball away and out for a corner. It's great work from Pringle there to just use her pace, get past the player. And now to Miki Yallo, Brisbane's captain, the veteran. She produced. She's got Woods with her again for that short option. Gallup near post delivery, and his Vic is there to clear. Ball will come back in though. Woods bobbling around again. Gallup, third time of asking. Di Demizio, the substitute that time, was the player in the road. And now Taranto can get it further up the pitch and attempt to start an attack for Western United. Di Demizio brought to ground by Hoyos. Another disappointing end to a set-piece opportunity for Brisbane. 10 minutes plus stoppages remaining. And either side find the breakthrough in the remaining time. Overlapping run, Legazzo, ball towards the back post. Will come out to Taranto. Sasha Grove. Eggersvik. They'll recycle the ball all the way back to Marr. Dearkius. Grove comes and collects. And now out wide for Taranto. Adriana Taranto in the penalty area once more. Adriana Taranto palmed away. And Johnson handballs it on the way through. Didn't know much about it, but as an attacking player, it certainly was a handball, and that stops Western United's attack. Sakani again with the wonderful save, and that will be the last action of the game for Carly Johnson. Brisbane Roar have also made a substitution because Tanae Morris has come on the pitch. She's replacing Grace Kualamu. Ivani Prakash, the player introduced for Western United. Prakash, 18-year-old, another member of that young Matildas squad that will play in this window. Tanae Morris was a member of the under-20s squad that played at the World Cup last year. She's making her fourth appearance today. A shot from Eggersvik, straight at Sakani. Now Sakani will just clear along. Morris on to chase it down. Headed back by Miocic. Just enough power on it Danae Morris, that will be what she's brought on to do. She's so good at being that pressing forward. She was used in that role by Leah Blaney for the young Midfielders at that World Cup, but now Hoyos is seeing yellow because she's brought Prakash down. Well, suddenly it's all happening at Perry Park. The youngster Hoyos, who again has looked so impressive since being thrust into this starting role in the Raw side. He's committed the foul here. It was a good touch from Prakash. Just a little bit clumsy from Hoyos. Maybe a little bit of fatigue as the end of the game approaches. And that's a little example of what Avani Prakash can bring to this side and to this league. Her 9th appearance this season. A very technical young player. She certainly has plenty of potential as she continues to grow and get stronger. Brisbane United, in a sense, their opportunity is near. Grace Ma, low delivery. Sukani, safe hands. It was a clever idea from Ma, who opted to go direct and perhaps catch out Sukani. You also never know, those sorts of shots can deflect anywhere. 7 saves now for Sukani. Some of those have been quite spectacular as well. If the scoreline stays as it is, the Raw certainly have Sukani to thank. Ball played for Di D'Amizio, Chiara Di D'Amizio. Can't get it on target. And unfortunately now, Isabella Hoyos, the youngster, is in a fair amount of pain here. And she's tried to prevent that shot in. She's clutching at her left foot. This is not at all good signs with the 16-year-old who's been so bright for the Raw this season. Let's hope she's okay, because it's also just before what would be her under-20s national team debut as well. Let's take another look at how that incident occurred. It looked like she was just caught after Di D'Amizio's tried to take the shot, so she's prevented the shot, and then sort of on the follow-through, Di D'Amizio's boot has come through. And more teammates are getting around her here. I'm really hoping this is nothing too serious, really hoping it's the pain from the contact and not any sort of major injury. Just terrible timing for the youngster. The immediate problem in the short term for the Raw is they don't really have another defender on the bench. It would have to be Tamar Levin who comes on. And then it's anyone's guess as to who moves to centre-back. Woods and Kruger both not enforcing kind of midfielders. They're much more creative. And Hoyos limping off the pitch here. She'll go off to warm applause from the crowd, but it does look like that is her night over. Thoughts are with the youngster. I'm really, really hoping that that is nothing long term, because she has really looked incredibly impressive, and for a young defender at that age, that is an all too rare thing. So thoughts with her. In the meantime, Brisbane will be temporarily down to 10. as they try and make something happen in these last few minutes. Papadinova trying to go up the line, can't do so. Here come Western United. Dinamizio. No, Dinamizio brought to ground. Oh, McQueen, good challenge. That wasn't able to prevent the corner. Actually looks like Tamika Yallop might have been the player to drop back into centre back. Maybe taking the captain's responsibility there. Here's Mars' delivery. Didn't go as intended, but Morris wasn't able to get solid contact on it. So it'll go all the way out to Sardo. Tried to find Prakash, but wasn't able to do so. And Sakani now will take up all the minutes that she possibly can. Long ball from Sakani. Headed away by Ma. Deakis. Diagonal. Finding Dinamizio. Chiara Dinamizio. Go past Pringle. Great work from Pringle, acknowledged by the crowd. So we're being told 5 minutes of additional time. 5 minutes for either side to find the winner. 5 minutes for Western United to get their revenge after that 8-2 defeat earlier in the season. 5 minutes for Brisbane Roar to pull off a miracle and score a winner, or perhaps secure their first draw of the season and the first draw ever in the history of meetings between these two sides. Headed away. Ball up the line. In fact, Brisbane will have to see this game out because they used their 3 substitution windows all separately. So, of course, there can only be 3 substitution windows, even though they've got their players on the park. So, Levin not able to come on. Of course, originally she wasn't in the matchday squad. So Brisbane having to see this one out with 10 due to that injury to Hoyos. Morris almost got in there. Mistake from Miocic. She managed to recover. Taranto looking for the run of Grove. Taranto. Negesvik. Deakis, shot from distance. Sakani is there, gets in behind it and will soak up as many seconds as she possibly can. A draw is as good as a win for the Roar at the moment. It means they don't lose ground on Western United, who are above them on the table by just the 1 point. Depending on how things go, it means that they are 1 point closer to a top 6 berth if they can get away with the draw here maybe just a little bit of momentum back before the international break. They'll have a couple of weeks to rest, recover. Leah Varley, who was forced to withdraw due to injury herself, is able to recover in that time. And they'll just be able to reset a little bit, but they've got 2 minutes left to get through here. Popadinova. Evie Popadinova cutting inside. Ball in towards. That is a wonderful goal. Danelle Tan, her first goal in the Ninja Ray League. The Singapore international has scored at the death, and the Brisbane Roar have pulled off a miracle. Well, the Roar, they were up against it all game. They had 10 players on the park. But Western United will be desperate to pull it back here, will they? They got play started very quickly. Oh, Western United now 1 minute to get that back. Brisbane Roar trying to hold possession after Danelle Tan scored the winner, maybe looking for a second. Surely they go for the corner. The Roar have held on. A dramatic late win for the Brisbane Roar. 3 points that they so desperately needed. And the Roar, somehow with 10 players on the park, have come up with the winner. The substitute, Danelle Tan, was the player brought onto the pitch. And she has produced a miracle at Perry Park. Full time in Brisbane, it's the Brisbane Roar 1, Western United 0. So we've just received news from the ground that the lack of Brisbane Roar celebration is in fact because the goal was offside. So Danelle Tan denied what would have been the winner. The goal was offside. The game has ended 0-0. Still a fantastic result